Rise and shine in this day of the division validation for the school-based management systems. It is with great pride and honor that Mrs. Emily J. Visay, the Principal 2 of UPLAND Integrated National High School, will give a brief but comprehensive report of our school's implementation scheme and best practices of SBM. Come and journey with me. Good afternoon to all our validators from the Division of Laguna. Let me be your tour guide for today as we venture in UPLAND Integrated National High School's SBM implementation. Be our guest. Let me bring you in the performance improvement and performance indicators for access, efficiency, and quality corner. UPLAND Integrated National High School has the following school profile. It is categorized as a medium school and is an integrated school as well. Our school is located between Barangay Malinaw and Barangay Silangan, Lazaan. It belongs to Nagcarlan, Rizal District. We cater for students coming from the 8 neighboring barangays through the rigid implementation of enrollment campaigns programs like Project Enjoy. We have successfully recorded 7.84% increase in enrollment from the school year 2016 to 2017 up to the school year 2019 to 2020. With the unceasing efforts of all the faculty and staff, and through the constant cooperation of our students, parents, we have recorded 100% completion rate and zero dropouts from school year 2017 to 2020. We are filled with so much joy that we maintained 100% rate in our annual completeness. UPLAND Integrated National High School started its implementation of senior high school in 2016. We had successfully recorded 62 senior high school graduates in 2017 to 2018, 74 graduates in 2018 to 2019, and 56 graduates in 2019 to 2020. From 2017 to 2020, we have maintained 92.04% cohort survival rate. Continuous increase in our school's mean percentage score is observed from 64.39% in 2017 to 2018, 67.31% in 2018 to 2019, and 73.29% in 2019 to 2020. Our average NPS increase is 66.47%. At this juncture, let me present to you our best practices in planning, reviewing, and accomplishment of school improvement plan. It is our constant practice to involve the faculty and staff and our stakeholders like the PTA and parents representatives in the crafting of the school's SIP. This is the draft of the crafted school improvement plan after reaching a consensus upon doing public consultation. Here is the approved SIP with corresponding signatures upon submission to the division office for approval and review. We keep a record of the minutes of the meeting on the crafting of our SIP to be used as our guide in the quarterly review of this school plan. We also keep the record of the minutes of the meeting regarding the school rules and regulations. In order to maintain the goals and objectives stated in our SIP, the following programs and projects are approved after due consultation and meetings with the persons involved. We owe a lot to our General PTA officers for the crafting and approval of the projects and programs included in our SIP. This is the documentation of the school's implementation of Project Helping Me. In the program implementation, a culminating activity about drug addiction and smoking was held. The school also involved the personnel of Bureau of Fire Protection in the conduct of earthquake drill involving the students and teachers. Here is the documentation report for Project Vika of the Filipino Department. The English Department implemented Project RISE. One of the activities involved is the joining of the school campus journalists in the division press conference. Grade 7 and Grade 11 class advisors are in charge of the implementation of Project Enjoy that aimed to increase enrollment. One of the most notable programs implemented by the officers of General PTA is the holding of a Plandis Night to celebrate the 50th foundation anniversary of the school. It is the school practice to utilize the crafted monitoring and evaluation tool in the monitoring of the program implementation and in the evaluation of the result of the activity. These are the letters sent to the stakeholders as invitation to participate in the school meetings and assemblies. Here is the documentation of the state of the school's address in 2017 to 2018. This is the documentation of the state of the school's address in 2018 to 2019. Here is the documentation of the state of the school's address in 2019 to 2020. The school conducted an annual review of SIP and AIP at the end of every school year for revision and improvement of the programs and projects and budget allocation. UPLAND Integrated National High School assigned an SIP, AIP, monitoring and evaluation team to fully check the progress of the activities implemented under the approved SIP and AIP. These are the monitoring forms used in the implementation of approved programs and projects. The school is keeping the file of the documentation reports on the minutes of the meeting of the PPA's review for future use and reference. This is the copy of the enhanced SIP and AIP of the school. Here is the copy of the minutes of the meeting on the crafting of the enhanced SIP. The school adheres to the school aspiration advocacy statement. It is as follows. In order to ensure that the officers of General PTA is upholding their roles and responsibilities, the school, together with the stakeholders, formulated the constitution and bylaws for the organization. Here is the school organizational chart and committee members. These are the school's stakeholders, school governing council, and general PTA officers. This is the compilation of the officers of General PTA from 2017 up to 2020. Here are the officers of Supreme Student Government or SSG from 2017 to 2020. These are the best practices of the school that uplifts the standard of learning and faculty and staff performance for the last 3 years. Here are some of the documented capacity building seminars involving faculty and staff. This is a documentation report of one of the school-based inset that uplifts the faculty and staff knowledge and skills. This is the utilization of zip grades in the checking and analysis of test questions that is implemented in the school. Another innovation that the school implemented to monitor the students' attendance is known as Project SUM, Student Attendance Monitoring. Sir Lionel J. Anichetti successfully completed the implementation of his learning resource material known as the Bread and Pastry Talahulugan. Here is the summary of the teacher's IPCRF 4.32 VS in 2017 to 2018, 4.24 VS in 2018 to 2019, and 4.37 VS in 2019 to 2020. This is the summary of the school's OPCRF for the last 3 years. 4.45 VS in 2017 to 2018, 4.48 VS in 2018 to 2019, and 4.45 VS in 2019 to 2020. This is the brief but comprehensive report of a planned integrated national high schools SBM implementation. As we end this video presentation, we would like to share the mantra that guide us in our SBM journey. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Thank you and good afternoon.